Alrighty. So I think this is the perfect place to start because I really appreciate those of you that were able to be here. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. I am going to go ahead and record tonight's session. So if you have anyone from your teams that were going to join us that weren't able to be here live, not to worry. I will go ahead and send out that recorded link so that you can share with your team. Okay, so my name is Lisa Swain, and I'm the Director of Customer Experience here at Teamzy. I really, really appreciate you being here. Like I said, I know you're living crazy busy lives, so carving out, 45 minutes of your time I know is really, really important. So I want to go ahead and dive right in. So here's what I have planned for tonight. First, I actually want to jump right into Teamzy. So we're going to talk about how quickly and easily you can get Teamzy set up. And then we're going to go right into how you can become a Power Hour boss. So it's really important to know what you can expect when you log into your online system every day so that you know you can hit the ground running. So that's what I'm really going to give you an idea of today, is kind of set you on the right path so that you know you can be confident every time you log into your Teamzy. All right? So we're going to do that setup process. We're going to jump into the Power Hour, talk about how we can start tons of really great conversations with people without reinventing the wheel and kind of, committing to a power 5 hours as opposed to a power hour. So we'll do the Power Hour session. And then last but not least, in Teamzy, I want to show you guys how you can follow up like a pro. Okay, because Teamzy is going to really streamline your follow-up process. So you're not having to manage external calendars or Excel spreadsheets or anything like that. You'll be able to kind of in one view, log in, know who you need to connect with in order to generate leads for your business, and then also who you need to connect with as a follow-up or who you promised you would show up for. Okay? So we'll do those 3 things, and then I'm gonna open up the floor to any specific questions you guys may have. So it's a smaller group, so I guess I want you guys, as I'm presenting, if anything comes to mind, go ahead and jot it down, or you can use the question and answer section. It should be right or left of your screen. Go ahead and use that to jot down any specific questions, and then like I said, after my quick prezo, I will go ahead and jump into those questions in real time, so hang with me. All right? Okay, so that's what I wanna do tonight. Like I mentioned a moment ago, my name is Lisa Swain, and I'm the Director of Customer Experience here. So it's my responsibility to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful with Teamzy. Because really, starting with a new online system can be a little bit scary for folks sometimes, especially if it's your first time using a tech tool to run your business, or just sort of deviating from what you've always done. That can be really scary. So I want you to know that you have support here in-house. You can always pick up the phone and call me, or even send me a text message, or you can email me. So at the end of my prezo, I'm going to share all of my direct contact information so that you can reach out to me if you need to at any point, okay? If you'd rather just run it by a real person, know that you can. All right, so that's everything that I want to do for tonight. It's kind of my intro spiel. I'm going to go ahead and check the chat really quickly just to make sure. So what I want you guys to do, just because connection can be, it's connection issues come up here and there. So if you're ever having a challenge with hearing me or seeing me, you should always have a reconnect option on your end. But if that doesn't work and you're still having some trouble, go ahead and jump in the chat and just let me know, hey Jay, we can't hear you, or I can't see you, and I'll go ahead and compensate on my end, okay? That's everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at Teamzy, okay? All right, so what I'm sharing with you all right now is actually my Teamzy dashboard. So before I actually get into the system, guys, if you have not already done so, please go out and get yourself a free 30-day trial of Teamzy, completely free, no credit card necessary. You get to just sort of jump in and hit the ground running, okay? And ultimately, 30-day trials or trials of any kind are really great so you can dive in, especially when you're trying a new system or something that's gonna help you kind of make take systematic approaches through your business. So take the 30 days, dive in, and really see the benefit to your business before you choose to make the investment long-term, okay? So get a free 30-day trial. My next tip would have to be to get a success partner or a success sister, accountability partner, accountability sister, whatever the case may be, whatever you call it. Go out and get someone that's gonna help you build this habit of using a new online tool, or honestly, of just being a little more organized, a little more accountable in your day-to-day. Having someone that you can talk to about best practices, or, hey, have you ever had this situation come up? That's usually, it's gonna stack the odds in your favor. You're gonna feel less likely to quit when you are met with those challenging moments, okay? So, free 30-day trial, and go ahead and get a success partner. Perfect. All right, once you log into your Teamzy for the first time, guys, because Teamzy is so much more than just a tracking app, it's so much more than an organizational tool, we're gonna help you do things like create an income goal. Because the system that Teamzy is built on is lead generation, okay? It's a lead generation system. It's going to help you bring in new lifeblood into your business, or keep track of all of the people that you meet on a day-to-day basis, or introduce yourself to on a day-to-day basis, whether it be through social media or face-to-face and belly-to-belly. However it is that you're choosing to connect with people, it's important to know that, okay, am I present and engaged with everyone? Am I doing my best to provide them outstanding service so that they'll become my advocates in the future? That's what a system like Teamzy is helping you do, through touch points and consistency, building great follow-up systems that you can be confident in so that no one falls through the cracks. So that's really what we're gonna dive into tonight, okay? So first things first, we're gonna talk about that setup process. Once you dive into Teamzy for the first time, you may notice that it's gonna drop you right into what's known as our setup wizard. If you decided to dismiss that message and you're clicking around Teamzy, just kind of getting familiar, not to worry. You can always get back to your setup wizard just by clicking in the upper right-hand corner. You'll have a little settings wheel. From here, you can go down to setup wizard. All right, so our setup wizard is going to be 3 quick steps, okay? The system kind of outlines for you the process just so that you know exactly what to expect, so you're not feeling overwhelmed or anything here in the setup portion, okay? And before I go any further, guys, like I said, you're gonna have access to me, to our help, and to our support team here in-house. So if at any point you're thinking, this doesn't look the way that they said it would, or, you know, my file is just a little different, go ahead and get me on the phone and I can help you through that, okay? All right, so step 1, we're gonna set an income goal, because like I said, Teamzy is so much more than a tracking app. It's going to help you steer your business in the direction of your goals, which is going to be a really beautiful and freeing concept for some of you who have not done that before. So setting an income goal, you're gonna consider the next 12 months, okay? I know some of you are already in this business, you're generating great business, you're bringing in new people all the time, but you're looking to just kick it up a notch, take your business to that next level. And in this, you're gonna have that opportunity. I want you to consider, what was I able to do for the last 12 months? And what do I want my growth to be? What do I want to grow by in the next 12 months? So that's going to be your income goal. Step 2, we're actually going to walk you through creating what's known as a powerful why statement, okay? Because I talked a little bit about the fact that there are challenges and quitting points in this business, just like every other. But network marketing, Beachbody, like every other network, just like every other business in general, there are going to be challenging moments, especially when you're being met with objections or people just not necessarily wanting to take that next step right now. There are going to be those days where you feel like you're just stuck in quicksand. But it's important to remember why you got in it to begin with, so that you can push through, so you can be resilient in that moment. And that's what your powerful why statement is going to be. I know I'm talking to a great group of folks that have probably already heard of creating a why statement, but you may not have one. And Teamzy is going to help you create it, and then it's actually going to pin that on your dashboard so that you always have that reminder as you're going through your day-to-day business, okay? As you're completing those highly productive activities, you can, okay, remember, yeah, I've got to keep up my calls, I've got to keep connecting, I've got to keep building these relationships because I'm seeing a benefit to my business. Ultimately, I have my why, okay? So that's going to be creating your powerful why statement. Your third step is going to be the meat of the setup process. Okay, guys, this is going to be when we import your contacts. Now, I know this can kind of be the scary point, okay, because for some of you, you're transitioning from other systems, or you are transitioning from an Excel spreadsheet or a hard copy. Not to worry, okay? I want you to trust the system. We're going to hold your hand through the process. But if at any point you need help, go ahead and reach out to me directly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit start here on our setup wizard, and the first step is going to be to set that income goal. Like I mentioned, you're going to set this on a 12-month, for the next 12 months, okay? So consider what you want your growth to be, and then what you put in here is what Teamzy is going to use to calculate the number of highly productive activities you need to complete every single day in order to stay on track with your goals. So it's not just a number that's going in there to live out in no man's land. This is actually going to be a constant reminder. We are going to set the track for you to run on. Okay, so get really, really specific here. Consider what you want your growth to be, because the system is going to drive you, okay, in that direction. So let's say I want my income goal to be $100,000. I can hit continue here. The system's going to immediately start to crunch those numbers. So it's going to start to apply our algorithm that lets me know how many times do I need to connect with the different people in my database. Because that's the first systemized approach I can take to my business, is by deciding who I want to spend my time with and when. Okay, so the system has now told me, okay, based on your goal of $100,000, you need to connect 2,899 times. Now that can seem a little bit daunting, okay? So that initial number can sometimes feel like, eh, but it's okay. If you stop and consider how many people you're connecting with on a daily basis, let alone a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis, the number would be astounding, okay? So trust the system. Come along with us. Okay, so we're gonna hit continue here. And Teamzy is actually going to now crunch those numbers for me on a monthly, weekly, and daily basis. So now I've got a bite-sized chunk, okay? How do you eat an elephant, right? Ugh, a bite at a time. I get it. You get it. You understand where I'm going with this. The difference between achieving a goal and not is often having an achievable milestone that will get you there, okay? Sort of knowing where to put our foot next. If I'm walking down a path, I've got to know where to step next. And oftentimes when we don't, it leads to the deviating, right? Making it up as you go along. And that is going to lead you to having to course correct. And then you're having to go back and redo what you could have done right the first time. Okay, so that's what Teamzy is giving you here, is achievable milestones, bite-sized chunks so that you can keep up with your goal. So it breaks down your database into prospects, customers, and coaches. And then it also allocates your connections appropriately. So it lets me know that I need to connect with 6 of my prospects, I need to connect with 4 of my customers, and 3 of my coaches every day, in order to stay on track with my overall goal of $100,000. Now, some of you may look at your initial recommended goal from the system and think, I do that many connections before breakfast. You're amazing, okay? You guys can get ambitious. This is a baseline or your initial structure, okay? Teamzy's given you the path to run on. If you want to hit it going 30,000, 100 miles an hour, do that, okay? So you can get in here and say, okay, you know what? I want to do a few more connections with my prospects, but my customer goal and my coach's goal is probably pretty much on pace. Know that you can always manually override these. You can update them over time, or you can accept the recommended and hit the ground running, okay? So let's say we're going to accept the goals. You'll notice that Teamzy has set a goal for connections to prospects, customers, and coaches, and it has also set a goal for the number of invites and additions that you make. So invites are basically going to be any intentional action. So anytime you invite someone to join you for an event or a challenge group, anything like that, okay? An addition is going to be anytime you meet someone face-to-face and belly-to-belly, or through social media, anytime you add someone new on Insta or Facebook. Go ahead and pop over to Teamzy and add them, because the system is tracking how many leads you are generating through your lead generation system, okay? And one is feeding the other. So I want you to consider that as you're contributing to all of these little fields, they're all being tracked and are going to eventually be tracked against your progress. All right, so let's say we're accepting the goals. The system is going to route me straight through to the next step in the process, which is creating that powerful why. I'm not going to dive too far into the powerful why statement, because you can always watch our tutorial video here. Our creator and founder, Eric Johnson, goes through a really great exercise where he just kind of shares with you his powerful why statement and explains to you why you're going through and answering the way that you are, because it's basically outlined for you as an exercise. You're going to answer one question at a time, okay? If you're someone, guys, I'm originally from the northeast of the United States, and they have a tendency to tell us that we're cut and dry, right? We're to the point. I'm going to tell you what I need, and you're going to give it to me. So oftentimes the touchy-feely stuff for me will give me pause, like, I just don't know. But then I just gave into the exercise. I just answered the questions. Why did you become a coach? I needed an extra $500 a month. Not a really deep, I get it, okay? But come along with me, okay? What did I hope to accomplish? Well, then now that starts to make me think a little more, okay? the answers become deeper. This is actually helping you get to the end when you are going to formulate your complete why statement, okay? The one thing I will share here, guys, is that not everyone is inspired by the same things, okay? So if you're someone that maybe responds to, maybe you're at that place in your life or that season in your life where you respond to a little more of the pain point than you do the possibility of pleasure or happiness, okay? For me, that was the case. I have to be reminded of everything that I could lose, the things, what's at stake, okay? And I know that can seem a little bit negative, but I've come a long way, okay? I've started to filter in some of the happiness also. But consider, if you're at that place in your life where, you know what, I need something that's really gonna grab me by the face and remind me why. It doesn't matter what it is. Put it in here and hit the ground running, okay? So you're gonna create that powerful why statement. And then we're gonna go through to the meat of the setup process, which is importing those contacts. Okay, so I've got a couple tips for you here. We have got different instructions for exporting from things like your Beachbody back office, from your Facebook, and then ultimately for importing those files to Teamzy. But you may be ready to export from LinkedIn, from your Gmail, from your Outlook, and those tutorial videos aren't here on this page. You can always reach out to me directly and I'll get you those instructions directly, all right? Okay, so when you're ready to export your contacts from your Beachbody back office, quick recommendation here is that you make sure that you pull your personally sponsored customers, and then when you go to your downline that you do the same, okay? So that you're not getting everyone that's associated with your upline and then maybe individuals in your downline that can muddy the water of your daily connections, okay? So that's my recommendation with exporting from Beachbody. If you're having any challenges there, if you're finding that I'm exporting every time and then the file just looks like it's in another language, it may be that you don't have Excel on your device that you're using. Or it could be that for whatever reason that file may be corrupting when you're exporting it from Beachbody back office. Doesn't happen often, but if you're having any challenges at all, reach out to me directly. Okay. So when we are ready to import to Teamzy, the process is going to be super simple, okay? As long as the file is in a CSV format, COO.txt file, or the Facebook file format, Teamzy will accept it. Another great tip here is if you're unsure, just go ahead and add the file. Teamzy will give you a yay or a nay, okay? So I'll show you what that looks like. So when I'm ready to import, I'm just going to go ahead and hit choose file. I'll go down to my imported file. The system is going to run a screen and it will let me know, okay, great, you're good to go. That file format is appropriate. You can move forward. If you know that your file is in the right format, but by golly, Teamzy will not take it, go ahead and get me on the phone. Do not keep hitting that wall going 90, guys. There's no reason, okay? You can literally pick up the phone and shoot me a text. You can send me an email and I will get back to you in real time, okay, guys? We're a really small team and we are here to serve you, so I do not want there to be any roadblocks or challenges. All right, when I have got the A-OK from Teamzy to move forward with my file import, I can now do a couple things here. I can actually toggle advanced imports, and on this screen, Teamzy is going to allow me to do a few things. Because you're going to be importing from LinkedIn, from Facebook, from Gmail, you're going to have, 2,000 contacts at the end of it. And it's going to be really, really beneficial to you to be able to, at one glance, look at someone and say, what was the origin of that relationship? Or how did I meet them? How do I normally connect with them? So what I do is I create a tag. So I come down to my tag area and I'll say, okay, these people are coming in from Facebook. So I'm going to go ahead and tag that as Facebook. But you know what? You may have people that, you may have created lists for challenge groups or local events, things like that. Go ahead and create specific lists. You can import them and then actually say, okay, this is for an upcoming challenge group. And then Teamzy will apply that tag to every single person. So when you start to connect, okay, when you're making those initial connections with people or starting to fill out those profiles a little more, you'll know where to start. And you'll just be stacking the odds in your favor, guys. I don't want there to be situations where you're like, this is just too difficult. It's just one more thing I have to do manually. So know that this allows you to do an automatic tag to everybody on one file. Okay, so let's say I've tagged everybody on this file as Facebook. Now what I can do is I can actually rank everyone as well, because Teamzy is going to help you do something that you may not have ever done before. It's going to allow you to prioritize every single contact that you have. So you're going to take a hard look at your database and tell the system, okay, these people are have the highest priority to me, and I want to contact them in the greatest frequency. And Teamzy is going to monitor that, and it's literally going to start to create a follow-up list for you, so no one falls through the cracks. Okay, so if you're not ready to do a blanket ranking, if you want to do it one by one, you can always leave the system as is, and Teamzy will apply a 3-star ranking to every single person. So no matter what, even if you if you don't get a chance to log back into Teamzy and do the rest of your ranking or prioritizing, you can still log in and start your power hour, because Teamzy is going to start serving you up names every 90 days, because that's what 3 stars means. And I'll show you that breakdown on the next screen. All right, the last thing that we can do with your advanced import is that you can actually type people. So I can say quickly, okay, yeah, this is a list of all of my customers, or this is a list of all of my coaches. And the system will apply that to everyone. So I'll hit continue when I'm ready, and the system is going to go ahead and automatically map that file for me. So what that means is it's going to put the phone numbers with phone numbers, email addresses with email addresses, and so on, okay? So I can hit continue here. The system's going to drop the contacts into Teamzy, and it redirects me to what's known as to the ranking process, which is that prioritization that I just talked to you about, okay? So we have a 5-star scale, okay? So we're going to ask you to take a look at every single person that you bring into Teamzy and tell us, is this a 5-star? Are they a rock star person, customer, prospect, or coach that you want to follow up with every 30 days? Because that's what's going to happen. Everybody that you apply a 5-star ranking to, Teamzy is literally going to serve up to you on a platter without you having to go look for them every 30 days like clockwork. Your 4 stars are going to come up every 60 days. Your 3 stars are going to come up every 90 days. Your 2 stars every 120 days. And your 1 stars will not appear for follow-up. So this is going to give you your 1-star section. The one tip that I'm going to give you there is it's kind of a holding tank. Okay, if you choose to bring in individuals who are from your upline or from your downline somewhere, because you want to keep their information on file, and it's important for you to build that relationship, but maybe not quite as important, or maybe not to the point where you need to connect with them every 30, 60, 90, or 120 days, okay? Your 1-star, if you apply the 1-star ranking, they will be in your database. You can search for them at any point, but they're never going to be served up for you to follow up or just connect, okay? I'll show you how to access this, this little breakdown for yourself in Teamzy, so that if you ever need a reminder of that, you can access it. This little video just goes through the spiel that I just mentioned about ranking. So when we are ready to rank, Teamzy is going to redirect us to the ranking process. It's going to make this ranking so simple. Now, I'm going to stop here for a second. If you've already started importing your files to Teamzy, you've decided, you know what, I'm going to do all 4 files, and then I want to go back and rank. Not to worry, okay? You can always get back to this screen by clicking, usually when you log into your Teamzy, you're going to be on your dashboard, okay? From your dashboard on the left-hand side, you're going to click on Team. Once you click on Team, above the list of names, you're going to see Rank Mode. You'll toggle Rank Mode, and you'll be back where you started. Okay, so ranking is going to be super simple. This is going to be every single person that is in your database. If you're unsure, what list am I looking at, or what subcategory, you can always look at the very top. This is your all category. And if you follow along to the right, you'll actually see a total number of contacts that you've got in that given category. Okay, so ranking in the system is going to be as simple as going down this list. Okay, Rachel's actually a 2-star. Laura, you know, you're a 4-star. Melanie, I don't even remember how I know you. You're going to stay at a 3-star. Okay, 4-star. Or a 2-star, and then you would just go down the list, guys. That's it. You'd find the folks that, and some are going to be easier than others, okay? So that this is something that I understand that you may want to do multiple passes. That's usually what I recommend, actually, is that because everyone comes in at a 3-star ranking, I recommend that you actually do a few passes. So go in the first time and try and establish who are my 4 and my 5-star customers, coaches, and prospects, so that I know that I'm telling the system, okay, these people I need to connect with even more frequently than 90 days, but everybody else is pretty safe, okay? And then that allows you to hit the ground running, because once you've told the system where everyone falls in ranking or in priority, you're ready to start connecting with people, because the system is going to start serving them up to you. And that's how your power hour is going to get really, really cranking. And I can't wait to show you that next. Okay, So going through and ranking your system, okay, and ranking your database, like I said, is that simple. It's going to do an automatic save, so you don't have to search for a save option or anything like that. If I came to Rachel and I realized, you know what, she is not somebody that I'm going to connect with at any point for business, and I don't need to keep her in my database, this little trash can will allow you to remove anyone from the database, and it'll just move the next person up the list. Now, what goes along hand in hand with ranking is typing. Because you're going to be bringing in lists from Facebook, from your Outlook or your email. You may not have them automatic. They're not going to come in as customers or as coaches. So you may need to go in and actually type some people. The easiest way to do that is above the list. You've got type mode. Toggle that, and you can go through and establish, okay, these are my customers, coach, 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 and so on. Okay, like I said, some are going to be easier than others. Okay, the lists that come in from your Beachbody back office are automatically going to be tagged as customers, as coaches appropriately. So at least those lists don't need to be done, but your Facebook, your email, anything else that's not, you know, directly from Beachbody is going to need to be tagged, is going to need to be typed, excuse me. All right, as you're going through and you're ranking and you're typing, you may realize, you know what, oh, Laura sent me an email and I can actually update her email address. If you click on Laura's name, this now becomes her active profile. I can do things like add a tag for Laura. Okay, I can say, you know what, she was interested in 21-day fix. Okay, create a quick tag for Laura. I've got her, okay, she's a customer, perfect. And under email, I'll say Laura sent me her email. Now, if I click anywhere else on the screen, the system does an automatic save, allowing me to add and update profiles really quickly in real time. I know the setup process can sometimes feel a little cumbersome, but if you take this in bite-sized chunks, okay, if you decide to go ahead and add all of the information as cleanly as you can on the front end, you're never gonna have to do this again. You are right now creating a beautiful master list for yourself, because at the end of the 30 days, guys, even if you do not love Teamzy, you're gonna have the opportunity to hit export, have a clean list, and take that with you wherever you choose to take your endeavors, okay? So consider that during the setup, you can allow a couple more minutes to get in there and, okay, you know what? I can add her phone number. I can add her email address, because these things allow you to connect with this person quickly and easily in the future, which is what you're gonna wanna do, okay? So that's gonna be how simple it is to add information as you go along. You'll notice that in the profile, you've also got an area for notes, okay? So in addition to contact-based information, you've got note details. So I can say, Laura is expecting, okay? Going out of town, getting a new job. Anything that helps you serve your customers, coaches, and prospects better is what you're gonna use Teamzy for. So go ahead, if you've got notes for what you've been working on with them on until now, go ahead and add those into Teamzy so that you can at one glance say, oh, okay, great. I know where I left off with that person, and I can follow up with them accordingly. Okay, so you can go ahead and create your notes section. You'd hit update. The notes area is the only one that you have to look for that update button. Okay, your activity feed is basically going to be a running track for you moving forward anytime that you log a connection with this person. Okay, so that's ultimately going to be your setup process, guys, in a nutshell. We'll dive into some specifics kind of when I open up the floor to questions, and I'll show you guys a few additional features. But next, I want to show you now how you're ready to go ahead and start using the Power Hour section. Okay, so your dashboard, this is going to be known as your, I want you guys to kind of picture this as your virtual accountability partner of sorts, okay? Even if you don't take my advice, go out and get a success partner. We've built one in for you, because we set up an income goal at the beginning of all of this. And I told you that Teamzy was going to help you by suggesting highly productive activities daily. So with that in mind, every day when you log into your dashboard, you're gonna be able to see, okay, I've got 16 prospects to connect with for the day. As I complete connections with my prospects, this wheel is gonna fill in and this number will go ahead and start to rise. And I will be able to see at one glance how close or how far I am to meeting that goal, bite-sized chunks, okay? I'm not getting overwhelmed, I'm focusing just on my prospects. Connect, move on, connect, move on, that's it. Teamzy is going to give you the opportunity to start tons of concrete conversations with people without you having to reinvent the wheel, without you having to scrub lists, figure out where you left off last, and then maybe at the end of a power hour, end up connecting with a whole 2 people. That's the worst. Teamzy is going to let you start in 30 minutes. You can start 20 conversations easily, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, So I showed you how to read your daily activities, okay? So basically 16 prospects, I've got 4 customers, 3 coaches. So I would take my prospects first, and I would scroll down to what is known as my Who's Up Next section, okay? Your Who's Up Next section is going to be that silver platter that I talked about that Teamzy is going to serve up the people that you need to connect with next, okay? Teamzy is going to not only screen for their priority that you set. So based on, you know, is this person a rock star to you, or are they maybe lukewarm, okay? So 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star. It's going to run a search and see, okay, here are the 5 stars that you have not connected with in the last 30 days without you having to search, without you having to check multiple screens. At one glance, I know, okay, Eric is a 5-star, so I need to connect with him next. And it looks like I have not connected with him in the last 30 days. That's why he's coming up for follow-up. So if I come over here, it gives me a quick connect section so I can pick up the phone and call Eric or do whatever it is that I choose to do to connect with this person. In the beginning, when you're bringing in tons of lists from Facebook, from your Beachbody back office, use the information that you have on file to jog your memory, especially when you're doing a power hour and you're trying to connect with tons of people. If Eric came up and, you know, his name's not jogging, not ringing any bells, I'm gonna go ahead and click activity, see if I've logged any activity for him. Right from my dashboard, I can see if I have sent him any emails, sent him a text, Facebook message. All of that would be tracked in Teamzy if I logged it in Teamzy. I can also check his details. Okay, so I can see I've got an email address for Eric, phone number. Oh, but it looks like we're Facebook friends. That's how those tags are really gonna come into play, okay? So I see that I connect with Eric through Facebook. That's what I'll do. I'm just gonna send Eric a Facebook message. I'll go back over to connect, but what do I say? I haven't connected with Eric. I don't know what I can do to just, ooh, I know. Teamzy has scripts and dialogues built right in. Okay, can't help myself. You guys will have to excuse me, it's a little later in the day. Okay, so if you are ever at a loss for what to say, guys, or if you're honestly just trying to work a true power hour, get in there and build some serious momentum, use the scripts and dialogues. Because the worst thing of a power hour is, like I said, devoting an hour, scrubbing a list down, finally agonizing over what you're gonna say, and then ultimately getting to connect with only 3 people. The worst. It's almost like punishment for all the hard work you put in, which is the exact opposite of what we want, right? Okay, so if I'm not sure what to say to Eric, but I know I wanna connect with him on Facebook, I can click my scripts option here. This will give me all of the different mediums that I choose to connect with Eric. So if I'm sending him an email, I can choose email scripts. If I'm sending him an Instagram message, you see where I'm going, okay? So I'll click on Facebook. Teamzy is going to bring up super simple conversation starters. They're not meant to be transcendent, okay? But what I will say here, guys, is you never know how far the ripples go, okay? You are planting a seed in these people's minds. You are just reaching out, loving on them, showing them some support, letting them know, hey, I'm the person that's in your corner consistently, here for you when you're ready. So we've established lots of really quick scripts that let you, step in, touch base with someone, show them that you love them, show them that you support them, and move on to the next one. So if this is just my initial connection with Eric, I can hit copy script here. Or I can go down to one of my follow-ups. So you'll notice that we've labeled them by connect type. So if I send Eric connect type 1 right now, 30 days from now when he comes back up, I would do connect 2 and then connect 3. And for some people, okay, for some of those prospects that you're just, just starting to warm up the water or build on that chemistry that you may have with them, these are gonna be really great. You don't feel guilty for feeling like, okay, that feels really phony or fake or anything like that. You're honestly just stopping by to say, hey, right? I'm here, I'm in your corner, I'm here to support you. So let's say I choose connection number 1. I'll quickly copy script. I'll come over here. What I do to keep my power hour really moving along is I actually open a Facebook tab because that's where I send a majority of my messages. So I open up the Facebook tab. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that script, drop it in here. Say that I'm sending that to Eric. We are working on getting an auto-populate so that you don't have to change that name. And then what I do is I actually stipulate how I'm sending that message, whether it be by Facebook, by email, or what have you. So I'm sending a Facebook message. And then I'll go over to Facebook. I will actually find Eric on my Facebook Messenger list. I send him a quick message. You'll notice that Eric Johnson is the founder and creator of Teamzy, so he and I do this demo quite often throughout the day. Okay, so I'll send that message, come back over to Teamzy. Was it an invite? Nope, I didn't. That's not a call to action of any kind. You know what? The default follow-up, I check here. Yeah, that's fine. Eric is a 5-star, so he's not coming up for 30 days. I'll log that connect. You'll notice that tells the system, okay, awesome. Eric has been completed. It removes him from your prospect list. It updates the dashboard in real time, lets the dashboard know I've completed 1 of my 16 follow-ups for the day. Removed Eric and automatically track that to the system, all in one swipe. And now I can just move on to the next person. Okay, I see Shanna's the next person up on the list. I can do the same thing. I check my connections, my activities, my details. Okay, great, we connect through Facebook. I'll go over my scripts, find another script, copy, and keep moving. That's it. This is what's going to give you the opportunity to start 20 conversations in an hour because you're just planting the seed. Stopping by, dropping the message. Now, granted, throughout the day, those conversations may bud, right? Those may spark into more, and that's the point of all of this. So if you get in there and you're connecting with 20, 30, 40 people, consider that you are going to need to continue those conversations. You're going to need to provide outstanding service for each and every one of those people. But what you've done is you've opened the door in a way where, truth be told, you're not left feeling like you want to rip your hair out, okay? You're able to then switch gears and get back to that super busy life, right? Okay, so use your scripts, use your who's up next section to build momentum as you get through your power hour. Now let's talk follow-ups. Okay, as I'm connecting with people, for example, if I connect with Shanna through Facebook, we're talking about my upcoming challenge group. Okay, so I'll say, chatted about upcoming challenge group. These conversation sections are going to be as detailed or as not so detailed as you want them to be, okay? They are a reference point to you, from you. So add as much information as you need to in there. I'll say that we spoke about challenge group. Okay, we talked through Facebook, and you know what? This is actually an invite. I'm inviting her to my upcoming challenge group, and the system is actually going to let me get super specific about the type of invite. And I'll show you why. Okay, so we checkmarked that it's an invite, it's an upcoming challenge group, and you know what? I can go ahead and hit log connect here. But Shanna needs to go right now, but I need to get her all of the details for the challenge group. So I let her know I'm gonna follow up tomorrow. But if I hit connect here, Shanna's not gonna come up for 90 days because she's a 3-star. So what do? Don't reach for your phone. Do not get a Post-it note. What you want to do in this situation is use Teamzy. Okay, so what I have the opportunity to do with any given connect is actually override the follow-up date. So while the system is gonna make sure that there's like a security net, right, so no one falls through the cracks, I can also say, okay, yes, but we connected today and I need to follow up with her tomorrow. So I can click on follow-up and go down to exactly when I want to follow up with this person. And then Teamzy will know to serve that person up to me based on when I say. So I'll say I'm following up with her tomorrow, and I'm gonna log that connect. It has removed Shanna from my list. It has tracked that I've connected with yet another prospect, and lo and behold, it has tracked my invite as well. Now, I also tracked the follow-up though. Where did Shanna go? Do I now need to go find her tomorrow? Do I need to know to go look for her? No. So what Teamzy has done is it's created a prospect list, a customer list, a coaches list, and a follow-ups list, okay? So on a daily basis, I know I've got my 16 prospects, but then I may also have some follow-ups for the day. So Teamzy is going to allow you to create your own customized follow-up list. When you're transitioning from other systems, from your other processes, you may already have follow-ups in place for people where they're going to expect you on a certain day. Log into Teamzy during your setup process, go ahead and establish your follow-ups, okay? So I stipulated that I wanted to follow up with Shanna tomorrow. It added her to my follow-ups list. So tomorrow when I log into my dashboard, even if it slips my mind, I will know to click on my follow-ups list and I would see that I have a follow-up pending for Shanna. From here, I can go ahead and click details, or I can hit activity and see, okay, it was about the challenge group. I would have additional notes if I needed to there. Again, remember, reference point to you, from you. Okay, So that's going to be ultimately how you set a follow-up from your dashboard. It's going to be how you connect from your dashboard and how you really maximize on your power hour every day. Now, let's say that, like I said, during setup, you may have some people that you've already got established follow-ups for. You can always manually set a follow-up, even if you're not on the dashboard. You can use your search contact field at the top. Let's say I want to set a follow-up for Eric. I'll go ahead and search by either first or last name. System will auto-populate. I click on the name. It's going to redirect me to Eric's entire profile. Okay? In this situation, if I want to alter his follow-up, I'll come over here, tag, follow-up. Okay, right now it's set to default, so that means 30 days from my last point of communication. But you know what? I want to follow up with Eric in a week so I can find out what he thinks of his first Shakeology. So I'll hit default, and I'll tell the system in a week. If I don't like any of the presets, I can always click on custom date and go ahead and establish a date myself. It is your follow-up system to establish based on your need, okay? So you'll notice that as soon as I selected the new date, I don't have to hit save. The system automatically takes that, and if I go back over to my dashboard, gone through all of my lists, and then maybe I check my follow-ups, and I can see, okay, I've now got 2 individuals on my follow-ups list. Just like your prospects, customers, and coaches, this will always give you a bite-sized chunk, okay? It's gonna give you 5 names at a time. If you know, oh my God, I've got like 10 pending follow-ups, not to worry. You can always go over to your team page, and on the left-hand side, you've got an option to go ahead and view all of your upcoming follow-ups. It'll color code them, so you'll have urgency colors, so you know, red for past due or currently due, your yellows, your greens, orange, so on, okay? All right, so that's gonna be how you do your follow-up section. Now, that's the majority, those are the major features that I wanted to show you guys. What I wanna do is go ahead and give you the opportunity to jump in the question and answer section, ask any specific questions you may have. I'll jump into those in real time, and then at the end of those, I'll go ahead and jump back in and show you a few more features, okay? Thanks so much for hanging with me, guys. All right, so the one thing that I'm gonna usually end the first question. Okay, so first question that we always get is this mobily accessible? Okay, yes. So we do not currently have an app, but we do have a really, really great mobile site, okay? So what you'll have the opportunity to do, either from your iPhone or your Android device, you're gonna wanna go to your browser, okay? Chrome, Safari, doesn't matter, your choice, okay? Go ahead and type in what you see here, app.teamzy.com, okay? app.teamzy.com. Now from there, you have the option to go ahead and log in, save your credentials so you don't have to log in every time, and then you can also save it to your home screen, which is what I did. So depending on your device, if you need help with that, go ahead and ping me and I can get you instructions. But you can actually save a mobile website to your home screen, and it looks just like an app. So I can tap right on my Teamzy app, and it'll redirect me, directly to my Teamzy dashboard. Okay, give me just 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. I live in the high desert of California, so it can get pretty dry out here. Sorry about that. Okay. So, like I said, go ahead and save it to your home screen so that you can quickly access it like an app. Save your login credentials so that you can access it on the go. All right, so you've got your mobile app. Let's see here. Any other questions, guys? You feel free to jump in the chat. I'm just gonna keep chatting through, showing you guys some other features, okay? All right, so from your dashboard, I talked to you about the fact that you'll be connecting with people through tons of different mediums, okay? Whether it be Facebook or Instagram. I want you guys to be conscious of the fact that Teamzy does not send Facebook messages directly. So like you saw me pop over to Facebook, copy and paste that message, that's what you're gonna get in the habit of doing, okay? I promise you it's still gonna be way easier than anything you're doing now, okay? Because you've got what to say, when to say it, and who to say it to, all on one screen, okay? So, but you can send emails directly through Teamzy, okay? So if you are a Gmail subscriber, you can now actually link your Gmail account to your Teamzy so that if I wanted to send Trisha an email, I could quickly hit select type, send email, and it will actually give me an email template. So I could go in and say, create an email, or you can actually save those invite emails to your challenge groups or upcoming events or upcoming what have you, okay? You can actually save your emails and reuse them in the future. So I'll show you an example. So I actually saved a quick template email. I would hit, oops, let me show you really quickly what I'm doing. So if I'm on my Who's Up Next section, I'd go over to the person I want to send an email to. I'd hit select type, send email. From here, I can either create my own email or I can hit browse scripts. From this section, I'll select email. And it's going to load first any scripts that I created myself, and then it will have any of them that we've loaded for you from Teamzy, okay? And any that have been created by you will have this little icon. All right, so you'll see here, okay, I created an email. I can go ahead and hit send it as email. It now drops that right into the email template. I would update the name, like I said. Stay tuned for a mail merge function. But for now, you can drop the name of the person in there and hit send email. It's that simple. So not only, so if you come to someone that you're thinking, okay, that person's not on Facebook, you can send them an email right there in the momentum while you're connecting with people, okay? So consider that you can create your own emails, save them on file, and send them directly through Teamzy if you're a Gmail subscriber. All right, to link your Gmail account, if you have not done so already, in the upper right-hand corner where I showed you that settings wheel, you'll go ahead and click the settings wheel and go down to settings. Oops, come on, okay, there we go. Okay, from there, we're gonna go down to integrations on the left, and if you have this message, Gmail successfully connected, you're good to go. You can hit send email and it'll go ahead and let you. Otherwise, you're gonna see a box that says get connected. You would just click there and follow the prompts. It'll be super simple. The system's just gonna make sure that you're logged into that Gmail at that time so that we can create the link appropriately. All right, so you've got the opportunity to send Gmail, to send emails directly. Let me go ahead and check the questions really quickly. Okay, so Charisse says, I wish there was also a feature to upload photos with the email. Charisse, hang with us. Our team is working on that, okay? So that's a suggestion that we've made. That's what's awesome about us being such a small team and a new company. We are trying to tailor this product based on your needs, guys. Not promising that I can deliver everything, okay? But I promise I will be your champion in those development meetings, okay? I understand the usefulness of you guys having those photo options or the option to at least embed or something along those lines. We are going to stay on that trail and make sure that we find a solution for you there. But for now, the one workaround that I do have for you, Charisse, is that you can actually add a link to that photo, okay? So if you go to send email, if you use your little hyperlink here, you can actually add a link so that if they click on it, you know, you can say, you can do click here to view images or something, or to view before and afters. And then if they click on it, it'll redirect them and just sort of open that image. Small workaround for now, but hang with us, okay? Thanks for the feedback. Alrighty then. Okay, is there a way to load Instagram contacts? Okay, Adrian, great question. So right now, Instagram is not allowing any of us to export your followers from Instagram. So that's our initial challenge. I've got my ear to the ground, working on this now, okay? There are paid services that will literally go in and manually pull your follow-ups, will manually pull your followers. I don't have any to recommend right now. It's something that, like I said, we're gonna find the right solution for you. But as of right now, unfortunately, Instagram and Twitter are going to be manual moves, okay? So if you've got a bored teenager, a bored preteen that you can kind of set up in front of an Excel spreadsheet and just tell them, click, type, you can kind of do it that way, okay? But we are hot on that trail. All right. Okay, guys, on the ads section in the dashboard, how do I get that to see that I add 3 friends a day via Facebook? Okay, so Callie, great question. This is a question that usually comes up because you're pulling a full list of your Facebook file today, but I may add 5 people before the end of the week, right? So we recommend that you get in the habit of adding to Teamzy in real time, okay? So pop over to your Teamzy, open it up on your mobile device or on your desktop if you just added a new friend, and then you would just hit add connect, add contact. And okay, I would add a person. You can literally just add the information you have and then move on. Okay, so if you have an email address, if you have a phone number, you add what you have and you move forward. Now, with that being said, if you ever get behind, or if you were just you're having a killer week and you met a ton of new people on Facebook, Teamzy has an immediate duplicate filter built in. So you can pull another list, another copy of your Facebook data, okay, and import that to Teamzy. What Teamzy is going to do is filter out anyone that would have previously been added, and it's going to bring in just the new people, okay? So know that you can do that with any list, not just your Facebook list, but guys, it's really, really going to be beneficial to you, and it's a great habit to get into to add in real time. All right, let's see here. Yes, so Callie, you could absolutely do that once a week if you choose, okay? Teamzy, like I said, will create a list of exceptions, meaning it's just gonna skip over people that already exist in the system. Cool. Okay, any other questions, guys? You feel free to jump in that question and answer. I'm gonna show you guys a few more features if you're cool to hang out. Okay, great. So we talked about connecting with people, but as you're connecting with folks, you're going to sell them things or convert them to coaches or what have you. So as you do this in the system, let's say and one other thing that I'll mention, anytime you want to get to a person's profile, if I'm working with Trisha, but I want to be in her whole profile, I can click on her name here. Hyperlinks will redirect you to the full profile. All right, so I can also get to her profile by hitting search up here. All right, so let's say I connect with Trisha and she's decided, we connect and we chat about shakes. Okay, again, as specific as you need to be. I'll go ahead and put in there what we talked about. We spoke about that on the phone, and you know what? I'm actually inviting her to take action here. Okay, so I will invite her to try shakes, and I'm gonna log that connect. But you know what? End of the day, I'm checking my back office. Holy moly, Trisha bought the shakes. Fantastic. So what I can do now is head over to my Teamzy, pull this up, pull up Trisha's account and tell the system she bought Shake Home Direct. Save. And now what that has told the system, oops, come on. What that has now told the system is that I have sold her, it's whoa. Sorry, I had an obvious glitch in my connection there. Sorry about that. It will track it only one time. And if at any point this happens to you, you can always just click on it and delete, not to worry. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, but anytime you hit sale and track it and hit save, it's going to track that to the system, okay? And you'll be able to see, okay, we chatted about the shakes and then I actually sold her the product. Now, as you sell products, you're also going to be generating commissions and income from this, which is fantastic. That's why we're all here. So in the beginning of all of this, I had you set up an income goal. So it's important that you track your income against that goal so you know how close or how far you are to meeting that goal. So let's head over to your business section. On the left-hand side, you can click on your business tab. This is going to give you access not only to your current income, but it's also going to give you a total of your current customers and your current personally sponsored coaches, okay? So from here, I can see that, okay, I've got a goal of $100,000 in income, but I've only tracked $3,325. At any point you want to track income, you don't have to do it per sale, okay? Not per commission. What you can do here is you can actually hit the little plus symbol here, or you can hit add income in the upper right-hand corner. Either option is going to give you access to your income report. So I can say I made $5,000 between the 1st and the 7th. Okay. The system will literally add this as an item to your income report that you can always pull in the future at any point if you need that to, as a coaching tool, if you're working with a larger team or anything like that. These are great tools just for accountability, okay? So that, like I said, at one glance, you can see when you're 3 months into the year or 6 months into the year, oh, I may need to course correct, or I need to really kick things into gear, or I'm doing awesome. Okay, this is going to be your virtual accountability partner. Okay, so you've got your business statistics like your income, customers, personally sponsored coaches. You've got a growth report, an activities report, and then if we scroll down far enough, you're going to have an itemized report which will list for you every single sale you've tracked, every connection you've made, all of it. So I can say, okay, you know what? I want to see only the invites that I did for my challenge groups. And lo and behold, it brings up just that person. As you're starting to generate momentum and you're building, you're kind of connecting with tons of people, sending out invites. At the end of the day, you may look up and say, whoa, I sent 6 invites, but to who? so that you can intentionally follow up or, intentionally send a thank you or whatever your process may be. So you can export this, print it if you need to, and apply the filters like I showed you. Okay, so that's going to be how tracking your income and sort of keeping your business statistics ever present for yourself. That's going to be all on your business page. Okay, so so we've talked about tracking your sales, your invites, getting through your power hours and your connections. As you're getting familiar with this new system, we're always adding new features, trying to keep up with your needs. Okay, you guys already saw me get like a ton of great feedback here on this call in real time. We get great feedback from you all. You're all helping us refine the system in such a great way. So if we ever incorporate a new feature or update or anything like that, Teamzy is completely cloud-based, so you're gonna get the update in real time. But we'll also send out an email, a video clip, or anything like that, just so that you always know how to do, functionality changes or anything like that. A great feature to keep an eye on is your university tab. This is a great place for frequently asked questions, tutorial videos, previous webinars, things like that if you're just looking for a refresher or if you want to show anyone on your team any of the tutorials. Okay, you would go based on your network and you'll have access to those videos and tutorials like I mentioned. So that'll be your university section. If you ever need help, if you ever have a challenge or anything like that, you can always send us a help desk ticket from directly in your Teamzy. It's going to be myself or a couple of my other colleagues on the other end, so you are talking to a real person, okay? But if you've decided, you know what, I don't want to use that help option, I want to reach out to Jay directly because she and I have a connection now, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and put my contact information up for you guys on the screen. Thank you again for your time, for being here, for hanging with me. And like I said, if there's ever anything that I can do to help, please stick with me. I'm going to go ahead and keep an eye on that chat, okay? All right, guys, so that's my contact information up on the screen for you now. Please feel free to screenshot that. Reach out to me at any time if you need any help along the way. I'm always here. You can share that with your teams if you need to. And like I said, I have prepared a recording of tonight's call, so I will get that out to everyone who is registered. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at the questions and see if we have any. Let's see here. Okay, so Adrian, that's a really awesome question. Okay, so this is like a tip that I just sort of stumbled across. So you're getting the good stuff. Okay, so Adrian wants to know, is there a way to merge customers and Facebook contacts into one? Okay, because what you're gonna notice is that you're bringing in one record from your Beachbody back office, but then you may also have connected with them on Facebook. And maybe they use their maiden name, or maybe they use a different email, so they're gonna end up with a separate record. So what I recommend that you do is that you always start with your Beachbody back office. So get those customers and those coaches loaded first, because that's gonna give you the cleanest record. That's gonna give you phone numbers if you've been able to capture them, addresses, things like that. And then when you add your Facebook file, Teamzy will cross-reference the Facebook edition and it's gonna say, oh, you know what? Sally Smith is already in there as a customer. So you're gonna keep the customer file, I'm gonna omit this one. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, you can always reach out to me and we can kind of go over specifically, okay, if I add this file, will this happen, okay? But ultimately, start with the file with the most information, and then from there, Teamzy will remove any of your Facebook file that really ultimately only has a first and last name on it. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, go ahead and ask a clarifying question. I'm sticking with you. Okay. Okay, so Karen wants to know, I'm just gonna go ahead and open this back up. I will put my contact information back up there if anyone missed it. Should the coaches tab only be for current existing coaches or people that you'd like to have as a coach? Okay, so Karen, your coaches tab is going to be reserved for individuals who have taken advantage of the coaching opportunity, okay, who have already got their challenge pack or what have you, and they are moving forward as a coach looking to build their business, okay? Anyone who's in that potential status, they keep them as prospects. And then let's say, so what I would do is I go through, if I'm going through my prospect list, but you know what, Shanna is really, really interested in becoming a coach. She's right there. What I would do is I'd create a tag for her. I'd say, okay, you know what, potential coach, okay? These tags, you can have as many as you'd like or as few as you need, okay? So you can go in there and you can remove them after the fact. If I've decided, you know what, I don't need that tag anymore, I can come over here and remove it from that person, or I can remove it outright from the overall system. Okay, so that would be my workaround there. Perfect, happy to help, Karen, awesome. Okay, any other questions, guys? Feel free to jump over into the chat. I'm just gonna take a look around and make sure that I've covered everything that I wanted you guys to know for tonight. That's everything. One last thing, actually, that's everything. So one last thing, naturally. It's late, I'm sorry. Okay, if you have feedback, great suggestions, like the ones that I've been getting on tonight's call, you have not only that help option, but then you've also got a little feedback button. So you can literally, you know, send over, hey, you guys should add this as an invite type, or I'd really like to see this on my dashboard. I'm not promising everything, okay? But like I said, I will be your champion in those meetings, and I promise to bring those up, and we will consider all of the needs that you guys have. All right. I think that is everything for me, guys. If there's specific questions that you have that we weren't able to address tonight, go ahead and reach out to me directly. Otherwise, that's all for me. It was a real pleasure tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.